Okay, we're back again on a Tuesday night. This is your boy Stevie Ray, and I am the host of the world's most dangerous podcast, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Hello out there, and like I told you guys, we won't be doing Monday nights anymore. We will only be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. We had to change some things up because I have to have time to watch the WWE and AEW and all of that kind of stuff. So y'all know what I'm talking about. So, but still, we were doing Tokyo Heat on Tuesdays, and we will still be doing 3 the Hard Way on Tuesdays. So, with all of that being said, welcome. And you are here live on Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Now, we got a lot of things going on out there to talk about, y'all. I see some of the people riding right now on Facebook. Terry, Schneider, Niche, you at the races more. Man, Terry, I'm going to be at the races more. But I got a lot of stuff going on right now, man. And I've been trying to pick and choose what races I want to come to. I'm looking at those last 2 races, Vegas, and I'm looking at the race in North Carolina, and you guys are going 4 wide, man. I wanted to come out to Vegas, man, but I might catch the one later this year. What's up, Queen? What's up, Real Cool? So those are the ones I'm looking at. And I'm also looking at Dallas because that's close to me. So hopefully I'm going to hit one of those. What's going on, Nate? So hopefully I'm going to hit one of those, man. But hey, man, since y'all don't come to Houston no more, it's hard to get around the country like I used to. But hey, hey, don't count me out. Don't count me out. I'm still trying to get out there and see what I'm going to do, man. But very exciting. I mean, it's still exciting to me just to watch, man, when I get a chance to watch on television and stuff like that, man. But Cruz, I talked to Cruz Petragon a few weeks ago, and he was trying to get me to come out to the 4 wide. And I'll talk to Tony also, Tony Petragon. And me and Tony was talking. I was like, Tony, man, I'm having a few trepidations, man, trying to get used to the 4 wide thing on television, man. But I bet in real life it's probably way more exciting. So he was trying to get me to come to one also. But we shall see. Jeremy says he's not. I don't know what's going on, Jeremy, to be honest. Sometimes guys come in, sometimes guys don't, man. And there's nothing I can do about it. But Sonny Ono is supposed to be here tonight, but Sonny Ono is not here tonight. But be that as it may, you know, what can we do? What's up, Calcutta? So what I'll do is see what we can talk about. Like I said, some of my stuff, sometimes my stuff works, sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. James Scott just asks, how do you like the NFL season start with the Ravens? And you know, they always, you know, James, they always do something like that at the beginning of the season. You try to get the big ratings, man. And some of the playoffs games that they had the year before, they'll start the season off. But you know the one I like, James? The one I like are the 49ers and the Jets. When the last time the Jets have ever headlined anything for the NFL? Hell, Joe Namath probably was still playing. So, by the mere fact that the Jets and the 49ers are going to be playing each other in the opening week, man. I can't wait to see that one. The Chiefs and the Ravens, we know how they get down. We know how they get down. But the Jets and the 49ers, let me ask you something, James. When the last time they even played each other? I don't even remember. I know it's been a while, and if it wasn't very significant. I know that. So we shall see, brother. But I can't wait for football season, man. We got right now. Right now, I'm in my off season, which is auto racing season, man. And the big Indy 500 is getting ready to come up. And I'm like, I forgot about the Indy 500, man. The Indy 500 always comes on the same weekend as my daughter's birthday week. And this year, the Indy 500 and my daughter's birthday is on the same day. So you know how it is, dog. I want to go to the 500, man, but what can I do, brother? What can I do? You know. Oh, Terry, they're having a thing for Don Schumacher in Chicago. Don was always a good dude to me, man. God rest his soul, man. Kind of hit me kind of hard when I heard about his passing, man. He was always a good dude, man, when I came around, brother. Always treated me nice. And I had nothing but the utmost respect for him and his son and his whole family, man. So I hope that's a hell of a tribute, man. I would love to be there. You know, the last time I went to Chicago, what a weekend. Terry, I can't even tell you about what happened. I can't even tell you. I'm out with some of your fellow drag racing buddies, man. Downtown Chicago. I can't even tell you what went down, bro. Then I get back to the track the next day, and after the races, everybody leave me and go to some bar, and I'm in the middle of the Chicago Speedway, not even knowing where the hell I am. Everybody leave me. I had to figure out where to go. That's me reminiscing about the Chicago days, man. That was crazy. Can you believe it? That's why I don't hang out with wrestlers. That's why I don't hang out with drag racing people. Because y'all always getting in trouble, man. I don't need trouble. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. Go out with anybody from the racing community or the wrestling community. Trouble. I don't need trouble. So that's why I don't mess with them no more, man. I go my own way. What's up, Nick? Nick, what you talking about? What's up, Lazy? That game where Bart cut the can't wait promo. Yeah. Bart Scott. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, but then he had to play Pittsburgh the next week. That shut him up. What about that? That shut him up. Yeah, Bart Scott. Can't wait. Yeah, you can wait. You waited for the rest of the season. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, what else we got here? Man, I can't. Some of my stuff is not working on my phone. But yeah. Yeah, Nate. What about that? Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you waited. Mm-hmm. But the Jets, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Speaking of the Jets, just imagine if they had a quarterback last year. Just imagine. Or the last couple of years, as far as that concerned. They got a hell of a defense and a very good running game. But they don't have a trigger man. They just don't have a trigger man. I'm interested to see exactly how good the Jets look with a trigger man. Because we all know how they've circumvented the rules and regulations of the game to make the offenses more potent, and a mediocre quarterback can actually get out and have good production in football games because of the handcuffs that they have on the defense. Handcuffs. So that is why when people start to talk about football in different eras and different quarterbacks and how good they are, this, that, and the other, certain people could have played in any generation. Certain people couldn't have. Just have had a great defense for the last couple of years. Matthew, that's what I was just saying. They got a very good defense and a good running game. But you know, a good running game is only going to go so far if you can't throw the ball. It's only going to go so far if you can't throw the ball consistently. You might pull one out of your ass every now and then, but I'm talking about consistently. Oh, yeah, Nate. That was kind of sad too, wasn't it? But that's football, man. That was 12 months ago. Well, when the season started 12 months ago, but he got a chance to redeem himself. I'm interested to see how he comes back from that injury. I'm interested to see how Kirk Cousins comes back from his injury. But the thing about the Atlanta, they got a backup plan with Michael Penix. I don't know if the Jets have a backup plan. What are you saying, Calcutta? The first look at the Monday Night War Stevie Ray figure looks pretty good. Looking forward to seeing them on the shelves of Walmart. You know what I'm looking forward for, Calcutta? Calcutta, if you see some at Walmart, pick them up for me and send them to me. Okay? I got a couple of little kids. Because, you know, if I go into Walmart, the last places I go is over in the toy section. Because I'm not thinking. I used to when my daughter was little. My daughter's 28, 29 now, so that was many moons ago. But if you see some, Calcutta, you know the company should send me some, right? You know what? They don't send you nothing, man. They send you a paycheck. Now I hope they sell. Matthew, you know what I'm waiting on? Huh? Matthew know the deal, bro. That's my man right there. He know what's going on. Hey, baby, it ain't nothing but about the paper. That's it. Paper. Luke, you dig? Cheddar. You dig? I'm telling you, man. That's what old Stevie Ray be waiting around for. I'll be waiting for that check, baby. But no, man, on a serious note, man, it's an honor. It's an honor to still be, to have, I don't know how many baseball cards downstairs right now. I got to finish signing and send back to the office. And the action figures and the video games. That's right, Real Cool. Cheese. Scratch. You know, it's an honor to still be able to make money off of my likeness, my name, my likeness. You know, just like the kids coming out of high school and going to college, some of the big name college recruits and stuff like that, and you can make money off stuff like that. It's a real honor, man, because in essence, it really makes me feel as though we left a residual. And if you leave a residual and people still pay for your, you know, something that used to be, I mean, that's an honor, man. It's an honor, you know. So those new action figures, I still got a couple of my old action figures, man. I want to size them up by each other. Nate, have you ever sat back and just thought about how you were part of something that will last forever? Nate, in a lot of ways I have, because I tease my friends and I always say, hey man, old Stevie Ray will be forever young. Even when I'm not around anymore, I'll be forever young. So yeah, man, but the impact sometimes, like Calcutta was just alluding to, the impact sometimes, that escaped me because for a long time I didn't realize the impact. You know what I'm saying, Matthew? Matthew said 5 generations of people have gotten to see Stevie in book. And that's true. And that's true, bro. And the thing is, man, what I appreciate are the fans and the fans' feedback. You know, you can't please everybody, but in the world of entertainment, you please the majority. The majority. And that's what stands out to me more than anything. The majority. Because you was a part of something special and you was a part of something unique. And my brother and I created it because nobody helped us with the gimmick. You know, we were the ones that approved the name and everything about our attire, everything about even the music, we approved. And we were the ones that was even instrumental in Sherry being with us. So in essence, we wasn't created from within. We was created from different decisions that my brother and I made and what we thought would look good and how we thought we should talk, how we thought our demeanor was, this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. And nobody ever said, no, don't do that. They always said, yeah, go out and try that. So that's something I'll always be proud of, man. If nothing else, I will always be proud of the uniqueness of what we brought to the table. Because there was nothing else like it. There was nothing else like it at the time. Oh, sure, they've always had African-American workers and African-American tactics and all that good stuff. But there was nothing unique about them. To the point where people are still wanting to see it all these years later. That's what's a real. Let's see if we can bring somebody online. Everybody's telling me they ain't been able to come online. But let's see here. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ricky Santana.
Yes, sir, my brother. I heard you talking about the Harlem Heat. I just got a question.
What's that?
I came up with that Harlem hangover that I had to take night with my Cuban partner
man, I came up with it. I came up with pretty much all the names of the finishes because I'm gonna tell you how the whole thing came together.
Okay. Give it to me.
I'm leaving my house here in Houston, right?
Right.
Driving to the airport, which is about 45 minutes away from my house. Dropping off my rental car, and then I got to take a bus to the rest of, to get to the Intercontinental. I'm in Intercontinental Airport. And I can't remember, was it Skycap or somebody. I heard the song by Diana Ross called Love Hangover. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that song stayed in my head all the way to Atlanta. Okay. And when we got where I think was doing something in Center Stage that night, you know how we used to do the TV tapings in Center Stage? And I was telling my brother, I think we should call that move where you jump off and flip and hit the guy with the leg drop the Harlem Hangover. So that's where the whole thing came from.
Well, yeah, there wasn't no love in that hangover. But that's all right, man.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him messing up Ricky, but one time.
Yeah, one time. Right?
I don't remember you ever saying nothing, dog.
Nah, man. I'm old school. You just take it and go, baby.
But you remember Frankie? You remember Frankie?
What's that?
Frankie.
Yeah.
Well, he got Frankie one night.
Ooh. Yeah.
He got Frankie. Huh?
Yeah, you figure with the odds, eventually it was going to be that way. You know what I mean? The calculation be off one time. And, yeah, you could lay things in there. Just like his scissor kick. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sometimes that was a little long too. But that's all right, man. It's all on the learning curve. That's how I look at it. It's a learning curve.
Hey, man, it was your job to help. It was your job to help build talent, man. That was your job.
Oh, yeah. We were married. I was going to ask you for your social, get you as a dependent or something,
Oh, my God, man. What's the memories, man? Brother, how are you doing? How are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. I'm above ground, and I'm doing good. The good Lord's blessed me with a, long life, and nursing a few little injuries here and there, but nothing major. So,
hey, man, I've been checking out some of your family pictures and stuff. When you post them, man, you got a beautiful family, man. I always admire that, man. That you're that kind of guy, man. You're that kind of family guy, man. That's very proud of that, man. That really makes me feel good, man, when I see that, bro. It really does, man.
Yeah, it's what I got left in my life is the family, and it's all super important to me. I've got another grandson that should be here sometime next week, so another one to the posse. And
which one is that? Is that number 3, 4?
Well, if you combine them all together, that'll be number 6.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, it'll be number 4 on my side of the fence, and then we got 2 on the other side of the fence. So yeah, it'll be 6. Got a couple
of guys on the show talking about you. Said much respect to Ricky Santana. No one does that. Who was that? Calcutta saying, what a wrestling career of Ricky Santana. So, hey, Bradby, you still loved out there, brother. You still loved out there.
Yeah, and sometimes you guys, I remember you put us over at the CAC, and I'll never forget that. Your book did that one, and I said, "Whoa, yeah." Hey, if you don't know about it, check it out. I'm sure it's on YouTube. You'll see it.
Those were some fun times, man. Those are some of the most fun times that I can remember, man. Fun times, and it was a certain, and I'm quite sure you can attest to this also. But you were there much longer than I was, because you were there back when I was. Remember, I was telling you about I used to watch Ricky Santana. I told the audience about this. I used to watch Ricky Santana, and he always came out with a suit on, man. He was all Miami Vice. He was all Miami Vice, man, back in the mid-'80s, man. And I used to always ask myself, why does this dude always dress real nice, man? And then when I get a chance to work with him and meet him, he's not wearing the suits no more, man. I remember I was telling the audience about that, man. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, it was, it was the right coaching. That was the Dream's idea to, keep me looking slick from Miami, especially because Miami Vice was hot. So, I jumped on all that knowledge that he gave me, and it worked out for me. And then, it comes my time, like anybody in this, this business of ours, you got to know your role. And we came across, and you meet some good people like yourself, my friend.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Contact. We have a couple of good laughs and some good memories.
A lot of good laughs.
It's all about. Yeah, some people forget about things like that, But I don't, man.
But that's what I
keep reminiscing and talk.
Right.
Carry on.
That's what I was alluding to, man. I was like, it was a time people always ask me about WCW days, and I don't know. You can attest to this, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I always tell people, it was a time where we had so much fun, and going to work was so much fun. Then all of a sudden, slowly but surely, you start to see the tide change little by little, in politics, this and that and blah blah blah. Then it became a job, it became work, but you had to roll with the punches, man. And I remember more of the good times, not that there were bad times, but before all the political jargon and bullshit came, you know what I'm saying, which you was, you know what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. The business has evolved, and like anything, any sport. It has evolved into something different. I'm from a different era, different time frame, territories. You travel up and down. You built that friendship and laughter, good times and bad times, and it wasn't so much all the politics that went on behind the scenes that 90% of them people didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
So you found out that it went on, and you go, whoa.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And you right there, and it's like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I wanted to chime in on you there because I heard you, so I figured, hey, I want to know who came up with that Harlem Hangover.
We did the Harlem Hangover. We had the Towering Inferno. Now, you know where that came from, right?
Yeah.
That's when I used to put the guy on my shoulders and my brother would drop.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a few other guys like that too.
But see, the thing was, we never flipped him back.
No, I know. Good thing.
Yeah, I know, because we used to watch the other one and go, I don't think I want to be responsible for somebody breaking their neck, So we would say Tower Inferno because the tower is falling down. Yeah. So we got that from the movie that had OJ in it. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny, man. But hey, man, Rick, I appreciate you coming on, man. You and Cube gonna have to come on the show together, bro.
Oh, that would be definitely.
Yeah. Somebody just said right here. Somebody just said on the show, let's not forget about Ricky was one half of the Cuban Connection in Florida.
Absolutely.
Cuban Connection.
Yeah, we went around that loop.
Really? So I don't remember the Cuban Connection. So that was when y'all was still in Florida.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The Cuban Connection, that was before WCW.
Oh yeah, this is when it was still NWA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we feuded with the Sheepherders before they became the Bushwhackers.
Oh, okay.
All around Florida, we had all that kind of craziness back then. But it was all good. It was all fun time.
Now, were you guys faces or heels?
I know we were heels. We wore the fatigues and carried the Cuban flag, and we were just there, buddy. Infamous.
Oh man, I love it, man. That kind of heat. I'll put it like this: whenever anybody, gang, that's watching the show right now, listening to the show, Whenever anybody comes out with a flag, you know he's a heel.
Oh, yeah. Usher Duggan.
I forgot about that one. Well, let's say 99% of the time.
Yeah, 99% of the time. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
Oh, brother. But hey, man, I appreciate you chiming in tonight, man. I really do, bro.
Nah, not a problem. I'll tell Cube to chime in one of these nights too and give you some lip service.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Do that, bro. Do that.
Yeah, I will do that for him. Be good, be safe. Give my best to the family and everybody. And
I will, bro. I will.
See you soon, my brother.
All right, Ricky. Be cool, brother. Peace.
Take care. Yes.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was my man Ricky Santana. I know all you guys know him. My deal went out. I think I got it back now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's see if we can get back up here. I accidentally hit the damn thing twice, and I eliminated the video. But we got it back. We got it back now. So, DT. Yeah, the heat bump. I couldn't name them all, DT. We had a few. I couldn't name them all, man. Because Ricky was asking about the Hall of Fame. Hang on with that. The thing is, we used to do a loop with those guys, him and Cube, and in the house shows and stuff like that. And every night we would do that finish, and we would do it on him. Because Cube would never take the finish or do the finish. We always had to go up on Ricky, so that's what he was talking about, man. So if he had never brought that up, I wouldn't have never even remembered it, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But let me get back to some of you guys' comments and stuff like that. So what's the show schedule? Is it you and Sonny every other? Yeah, it'll be me and 3 the Hard Way every other week, and Sonny, I don't know. When Sonny's available. If Sonny's not available, if he lets me know in time, it is what it is. But if he doesn't let me know in time, it still is what it is. But, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Holler at your boy.
Hey, Mr. Stevie, this is Matthew.
What's going on, Matthew? What's on your mind, bro?
I had a quick question because I don't know if we ever talked about this on the podcast.
What's that?
I was wondering, is there a team that you and Booker grew up on that you eventually got to work with? In WCW, like the Rock and Roll Express? Probably you might be right. Probably Rock and Roll Express. Okay, because I never knew if you guys had faced them or not.
Yeah, probably Rock and Roll Express, or the Fantastics.
The Fantastics, okay.
Maybe both of them, because what we wanted to do at that time, because they brought them in on a limited schedule. You know what I'm saying? They didn't hire them full time. Right. And what we wanted to do, because of all the matches we had with the Nasty Boys and all the matches that we had with the Steiner brothers, we wanted to do something with one of the teams from the past. Because every time we had matches, the crowd ate it up, man. Right. But we only did TV matches. We never did the house show matches. And I thought it would have been, and we always went over. I thought it would have been great for us to, because we used to talk about the teams from the past and how we used to say, because when they came in, me and my brother would say stuff like, Isn't that just like WCW? You got to pull people from the grave. You got to go get people from the grave. Because I remember I was doing because I remember we was working with, I can't remember, it was Rock and Roll Fantastic, I can't remember. And we was doing some interviews, right? And I was like telling my brother, I said, brother, because my brother would always go first. And then I was like, brother, you know who I feel like? And my brother was like, who do you feel like, bro? I said, Jason. And my brother said, Jason who? I said, you know who Jason is? And my brother said, no, I don't know who Jason is. I said, Jason from Jason and the Argonauts. I said, you remember when Jason? I said, you remember when the sorcerer threw the bones in the dirt and the skeletons came up from the grave? That's what I feel like. I feel like that's what WCW. They had to stop the video because the camera guys start laughing.
Oh my goodness! Don't do the Rock and Roll Express like that.
And the thing was, I had just seen that movie the weekend before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, everybody started laughing. So we had to start the thing over, and I had to do it another way. Not that I couldn't do it, but I was just doing it off the cuff of my head. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to get back in that because it's spontaneous, you know. And my brother started laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He started laughing. So they had to kill them. They had to kill it, man. But you know, because those were the guys from the past. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, oh man, we loved them. We would say that about the Road Warriors. I'm like, hey man, y'all big, you know, they so tough, and they get their name from a dumb Mel Gibson movie, you know,
right.
stuff like that. So we love that kind of stuff, man.
Now, is there a team currently that you think you and Booker would have had great chemistry with?
Well, the thing today is they don't have real tag teams anymore.
Right.
They have people that they put together as tag teams. See, back in those days, people were tag team specialists. Tag teams was a big, intricate part of professional wrestling.
Right.
So just two people put together, it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same. You know, it's just not enough of them today.
Yeah, that's true.
You got one here, one there, you know, stuff like that, this, that, and the other. But the ones that's one here and one there, they're fighting all kind of different people. They're going against all kind of different people. So it doesn't really put the light on the specialized guys, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
The guys, like when you see one, you see the other one.
Right.
And you don't see one without the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's one thing that I miss about professional wrestling. That's a part of the, really and truly, by the fact that you're just bringing that up, that's one part of the business that they don't emphasize anymore.
Tag team wrestling.
You know what I'm saying? They emphasize tag team wrestling, but not tag teams.
Right.
And you know, I just thought about that right now that you're saying that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's those are the only questions I have. I just want to throw that out there. I appreciate your time.
No problem, brother. Like I said, you just made me think about something. That's cool. But I appreciate it, man. Don't be a stranger, bro.
All right, thank you.
All right, brother. Peace. But yeah, guys, Calcutta said a lot of tag teams from the past would have made a lot of money. Can you imagine Harlem Heat wrestling, the Midnight Express, and Sheep Herders? Yeah, those would have been good, Calcutta. I watched the Fantastics against the Midnight Express in the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland when I was 13. What a match. Oh, man, those guys had so much experience working with each other through the years, man. That's why we had a great time working with them, man. Had a great time. The brief time that we worked with them. But we could have gotten better because we never did any house shows together. Everything you saw was the first time. If we worked them 3 times, we only worked them 3 times. If we worked them twice, we only worked them twice. And that was it. But we wanted to do some stuff with them as a program on the show, actually, I thought it would have been great for us to drop the belts to them, but then get it back from them, and that could have helped both of their careers. You know what I'm saying? By getting that shine from the television show, or being champions for a month, or champions for, whatever. I thought it would have been great. Or let them, if you're on a house show loop, let them win the belts on the house show, and we get it back at the end of the house show loop at the end of the week or something like that. Because we used to do things like that. And we do it ourselves. We go into whoever was the agent that night and go, hey, man, we want to drop the belts to them tonight. And, if they agreed to it, we would do it. We did that with a couple of people. I can't remember who it was. And it just turned the building out for that one night, especially when you got almost a sellout crowd in a house show. So those were some of the things that we did. And it was fun. Because now in the next house show, those guys comes out as the champions. Who was that? I probably know the answer to this, but what did you prefer? A heel run as Hall of Fame or babyface? Frankly, I didn't care as long as the talent. The thing about that is who you're working with. If you're working with good heels, then the babyface thing is very, very easy. If you're working with good faces, then the heel thing is very, very easy, and it works, and it all comes together, and the people get a big kick out of it. But if you're not working with the right people, I really don't care if you're heel or babyface, you're not going to feel it. It's not going to be right. You never get that right feel because you don't have the chemistry. Because everything is kind of based on what your opponents are and how good they are at being a heel or a babyface. So if you got a babyface run with some heels that don't really put you over, then you don't like it so much. Or if you got a heel run and all the baby faces are some of the best baby faces around, then that's so easy. So a lot of it's not based on what I like. It's kind of based on what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with, if that makes sense. See what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, hold on, guys. That's really what dictates everything. It's really what dictates everything. And that's, some people gel, some people don't. Because I didn't care as long as you're in there with the right people doing the right thing. You still got a job to do. You know? Somebody's trying to come on, but they said they weren't able to come on. But guys, did Scotty Riggs ever recover from that back kick in the chest you gave him? You know something real cool? I don't even know. I don't remember what you're talking about. So, I don't know. That's a good question, but frankly, I don't know. I never know. I don't know. Did I give him a back kick? If I did, I don't remember. I just seen a thing on him and Bagwell that they were doing with Dallas Page, and I guess Dallas Page kind of pulled both of them up from the gallows, if you will, and gave them a new life. So Scotty was always a cool guy, brother. Always. So I'm glad to see him, enjoying the fruits of his labor, because so many of us, so many things can happen so rapidly the next thing you know, you're down and out, man. And I didn't even know Scotty was going through some of those things. But yeah, Matthew, that's what I was just talking about. Real cool. You covered his chest. You caved his chest in when him and Bagwell were. Yeah, we had so many matches with those guys, man. I don't remember any of the, real matches. I remember the matches, but I don't remember them specifically, to be honest. Yes, I saw that video too. Glad to see him doing better. Yeah, Calcutta. Like I said, I didn't even know he was out there like that, but I don't keep up with a lot of the things and people unless I see things on social media or people contact you from social media. Because, like Ricky was just on Facebook a minute ago, and I follow Ricky on social media. And I follow a few guys on social media, and I guess a few guys follow myself. So that's why I know what things are going on, so on and so forth. Other than that, man, because I don't pride myself on going to every single solitary convention and things of that nature. They kind of really bore me because you can't make the kind of money that you used to. But I know a lot of guys like to get out because they're trying to get away from their wives and their families and shit like that. And, so it's good to show up at them. And you still feel as though you're in the game and things of that nature. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I like to do conventions, but I just don't. Conventions just don't woo me like they used to, because nowadays everybody's at conventions. A lot of the Instagram girls and guys that have made themselves YouTube people and stuff like that. So the conventions are really not for the legends anymore. And I ain't got nothing to do with nobody's hustle. Man, make your hustle, try to make your bread any way you can. But some of these conventions are so watered down. And, the economy is just starting to come back now. People don't have the money to spend like they used to. Well, I don't know if people have ever had the money to spend. And when it was a limited amount of people, then your money is great. But when there's a zillion people with tables, then people only got so much money to spend. So I really can't put it on the economy. I can't. Not with the numbers that you're looking at from the economy that, this is, like jobs is lowest it's been since blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. And the cost of living has gone up, but people still pay big money to be entertained. Like I said, real cool. I don't remember, with all due respect. I've never been one to sit around and think about matches and stuff like that. When the match is over for me, it's over. I don't even remember I can remember certain things, if somebody jogged my memory about certain things that happened in matches, but as far as member matches, I had so many that, brother, they just run together. Like I've always told you guys, man, when a match over for me, it's time for the next match. Did you ever work with Gary Hart? Yes, I did. Gary was good people to me and my brother, man. He helped us out a whole lot. I still to this day say Ric Flair, like he did, and what's up with Slick Rick going off in Pizza Joint. Yeah, that was a trip. Somebody sent me that video of Rick going off in a Pizza Joint. I'm like, brother, is it that serious? Brother, is it that serious? I mean, hey, man, you can't be out. I mean, I've never been one to be out in public intoxicated. You'll never hear one story of Stevie Ray being somewhere intoxicated and acting a fucking fool. You never, ever see that in me. You know why? I don't need the heat. And secondly, I'm not going to be in public acting a fucking fool. You might see me in public being funny and having a good time, treating people cool, but you'll never see me out thinking I'm more than everybody else because I'm spending money in the joint and I can do what the hell I want. I ain't built like that, baby. I ain't built like that. It ain't that serious to me. because you're never going to see me intoxicated anywhere. Real Cool says, with all Rick health issues, you think he would have stopped all the drinking, but will have that gimmick till he dies. Calcutta said Rick must have been upset that his pizza had pineapples. Did his pizza have pineapples? No, I think it was a little bit bigger than that, Calcutta. I think it was a little bit bigger than that. But, you know, come on, man. Hadn't been out with us now. He said, Spade, he sent $2,000 in there on what? I don't know, Nate. I don't know. But I don't give a shit. If I got a restaurant, I don't give a shit how much money you paid in here. You're going to conduct yourself like a human being. Period. If it's my joint, or somebody better call a helicopter. I'm just built like that. I ain't finna have no debate with nobody in my shit. It's my way or the highway. Simple. Now go sit your ass down, have another drink, eat a slice, or whatever you're gonna do. But if I tell you I don't want you in my joint, I don't want you in here. That's anybody. That's, when people have an establishment, brother, you can't win. You can't win. If they call the police and they've asked you to leave, you ever seen that thing up on the door when you walk in, and we have a right, to revoke anything to anybody if we feel like it. They have those little things up on the door. You ever notice that? They can refuse service to anybody that they want, as long as it's not malicious. Religion, race, appearance. Well, you know what I'm saying? But appearance depend on your clothing. You know what I'm saying? They want you, if it's a place where you got to be dressed respectfully, that's one thing also. Yeah. They can tell you, hey, brother, asking you to leave. You don't leave, you're trespassing. Trespassing, I can call the police, and the police will remove you. Then, if you've been warned with a trespass, then if you continue to stay, they can arrest you. But I've given you a chance to leave, and you didn't leave. That's how trespassing works. So that's why I said, I don't need to heat, bro. I know how it works. You can't win in someone else's establishment. The sad part of it is that Tuxtail is embarrassed about his behavior, and it just takes all of the shine when he has to apologize. I'm glad Mom raised me right. I hear you, Nate. But I'm just saying, brother, it's, I was about to pay you guys by the time when my brother got into a deal at Church's Chicken, and they told him to leave, but I can't tell it. Oh God, that was funny. But I might tell it one day. Can't tell it today though. Oh, good thing they didn't have cameras and shit back in them days. He would have been in trouble. Or somebody with a cell phone or something like that. It would have been in big trouble, man. But, at the end of the day, hey, man, let's try to everybody have a good time when you go out. Treat people nice. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't your establishment, man. It's somebody else's that put the money up there, built this. And hey, brother, you're invited in here, regardless how much money you spend. So, now you might see me getting in. Let's say if I get into it with somebody, you know what I'm saying? If I get into it with another patriot, at the place. Now, let's say that could happen, but I still know my beans from my cornbread. I'm not doing nothing in here. I'm going outside. Now, if you come out here, it's on. But I don't need nobody suing me for how expensive this stuff is inside this building. But I'm not going to even find myself in that predicament. But I'm just saying if, you know. But no, brother, we can't win in those kind of situations, man. Just tell the people, hey, man, I'm sorry for what I did, man. If there's any way we can work this out, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was that loud. I didn't realize I was acting inebriated. But can we work this out in some way, shape, or form? Because I'm with my family right now, man. And I'm sorry if I disrespected anyone. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Godson, why Shaq violating Uncle Steve Ray? Shaq who? Calcutta, everyone has a right to refuse customer service if they don't act with respect. There it is. That's exactly what I'm saying. How did you get so deep into motorsports? Oh, man, I came up as a kid from an early age. I'm talking about a kid, man. I'm talking about 5, 6 years old. I was, you know, I loved race cars. I loved race cars. I used to put model cars together, little model car race cars and stuff like that when I was a kid. Then I started reading books about race cars and stuff like that. So then it just got in my blood, man, you know. So it's something I came up on even when none of my other friends were into it. It's just something that I gravitated to, and I don't even know why. It's just something I gravitated to. So I just wanted to know more. It's more. And then I'm a car guy also. My father was a car guy, which made me kind of a car guy, I guess. So that's pretty much how my interest was. That's how I got into it. I don't even know, man. I used to love watching cars go fast, man. That's crazy. But, you know, from what I remember from a little bitty kid, man, I don't know if my parents bought me a little race car or something like that. I don't remember. But I don't remember. But ever since then, I just had a love. I mean, a love for race cars. I still don't have the love I had years ago today because racing has changed so much. Like NASCAR, drag racing is still very good, though. Like my boy was just hitting me online talking about coming out to drag racing. I still do that as much as I can, but like NASCAR and IndyCar, I think IndyCar is coming back. IndyCar is still very exciting. Formula One has gotten so boring, man. It's hard to watch nowadays, man. They got the most technically advanced cars in the world, but the competition is not stiff anymore. One guy gets the lead, and it's hard to, you know, he's pretty much going to win the race. For years, it was Lewis Hamilton. Now it's Verstappen. And in NASCAR, all the cars are the same. So I guess whoever's got the best engineers and got the car set up the best and best pit strategy. But I came up watching that fierce competition. One guy against another guy, this guy against that guy, the bad guy against the good guy. That's what I came up on. And I know we can't go back to that, but when you've seen hard-nosed racing, whether it was IndyCar, I came up watching the AJ Forts, the Johnny Rutherfords. They're both one from Houston, one from Dallas-Fort Worth. You know, I came up watching the Al Unser Jr.'s, the Michael Andretti's, the Mario Andretti's, you know what I'm saying, and the Richard Petty's, and the Kel Yarbroughs and all these people. And so many of these people I've met because of being in professional wrestling. So because of professional wrestling, I got to meet so many of my heroes in every genre of life, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, auto racing, actors, singers. Because of professional wrestling, I've met so many people, all the way up to the great Muhammad Ali, that I was able to sit down in this hotel room and have conversation with him. Brother, what a life. What a life. I don't have a lot to complain about. I done did what I wanted to do. I done seen the things I've had to see, and I done met so many of my childhood heroes. What more can a man ask for? What more can a man ask for? I put the pictures out there with me and AJ Fort chopping it up at the Indy 500. I put the pictures out there of myself and Richard Petty. I put the pictures out there of me and Muhammad Ali. These are icons. These are icons. Oh, put the pictures out there of me and James Brown chopping it up. And James Brown saying that, hey, man, I've been watching you guys, man. Keep up the good work. I'm very proud of you. That's what James Brown told me, bro. What a life. You ain't never heard me as many times I've done a podcast. You don't hear me bitching and moaning about yesterday. Or how I was fucked over, or I should have been this, or I should have been higher on all this other bullshit that these self-indulged, idiotic, imbecilic people, certain people in this business, you hear those all the time. You don't hear me saying that. You hear me talking about the good stuff. The good stuff. Who wants to reminisce about the bad shit? The person that's suffering within himself. Do I look like I'm suffering within myself? I have you guys. You guys are therapeutic to me. As long as we can talk and have good conversation, that's what life is about, baby. Because see, I know what I am. And I ain't never thought I was better than nobody. To me, everybody's equal. I don't care if you're a billionaire or a thousandaire or 100aire. Because I know the real truth. I know the real truth. Like I say, I got a helmet on like Magneto. Can't pull the bullshit on me. Can't do it. Can't pull that bullshit on me, bro. Wham! Can you dig it? Shh. Better go call somebody. And I'm going to keep doing my thing. In the words of James Brown. In the words of James Brown. Fellas, I think it's time for me to get up and do my thing. Moving. Doing it, man. Like a sex machine. Y'all remember that? A 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up. Get up. Stay on the scene like a sex machine. Y'all remember that? That's the Godfather talking, bro. You know, that was the Godfather talking. But AJ, what's up, brother? I didn't know you were on the line, brother. You know, my boy AJ. I didn't know he was on the line. I didn't know he was on the line. James Brown broke out into rerouting and stopped near the riot at the concert. Really? But man, we're gonna get ready to get out of here, man. We had a very good show tonight. We had my man, we had my man Ricky Santana call into the show. But hey, brother, that's how we do it now. I'll be back Thursday. Not Wednesday, Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Until further notice. And after that, hey, I think that's enough. And actually on Thursdays, I'm doing 2 podcasts because I have to do mine with myself, and then I have to do one with Vince Russo because we tape every Thursday also. You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate everybody riding along. And I'm going to see you guys Thursday night. But if you do nothing else, you got to be one. Peace.